So, a month or so ago, I think I announced to my email list and a bit of Instagram that I was looking at jobs, right? Or at least considering it. And I was mostly inspired to do that because, well, one, thank you to everyone who's been sending me job opportunities because I wanted to see what people would send my way. I knew that people would, because I have the greatest community around me ever. I knew that they would send me things. And so it has been so illuminating to see what roles people think of when they think of me, or vice versa. So thank you so much to everyone who has been sending me stuff. My inspiration for it was that honestly it's like I wanted to do something new. I wanted to get some guaranteed monthly income because if you know entrepreneurial life, nothing is guaranteed, right? Especially with a freelancer life. The freelancer life that I live, the self-employment ride is a beautiful one, but it does mean a lot of fluctuating income, and you just can't really expect, you just don't know. In a great way, honestly. I used to think of it as a bad thing, like, man, I don't know how much money I'm gonna make next month. But now it's like, ooh, I don't know how much money I'm gonna make next month. And I just wanted to learn. I wanted to be around new people, and I still do. I still do. I very much so want to do something like humanitarian vibes. I don't know. I don't know what it will look like, to be honest. So thank you again to everyone sending things my way. But if anything, if I have learned anything from this experience, just from looking at roles and just what I've seen online of other people applying to jobs, and all the layoffs, I've learned that I have trust issues. And when it comes to working for other people, and I just can't imagine, at least for now, I can't envision a world where I would be able to work for someone full time. One, because of my autonomy and being able to decide how I spend my time at any given moment. Like that is just no amount of money I feel like could ever compare to that. So that's one side of it. The other side is that is so much trust to put in someone or an entity or an organization, to trust them so much that they are, I just can't imagine like having my main source of income like not being in control of it. You know what I mean? Um and if this sounds odd to you, if you feel more comfortable with a job, I entirely get it because I used to be that way too. Because again, you feel like it's this, you have benefits and it's this guaranteed income. You can plan, you can budget, you know how much money is going to come in each week or bi-weekly or monthly. You know how much money will come in this year. But you don't know. And that's always what stood out to me, again, as someone with trust issues, is that I feel more secure on this side of things because if there's anything that I can do, if there's anything I have learned how to do in these past 3 years, it's how to generate income. If there's a bill that needs to get paid, I'm gonna pay that bill because I'll figure it out. Um, and that's the skill that you get of, I feel, of being self-employed, is you become a pro at learning how to generate income for yourself, or not even just generate income, attract clients. It takes a lot of work. So I get why it could feel like this side of things is scarier, but now where I am is like, wow, this side is actually much easier because everything comes down to me. You know what I mean? I feel that way about everything, honestly. If there's anything in your life that you don't like, hey, you're a co-creator of your reality, right? Um, but if I want different clients, hey, that's on me. If I want to be a web designer tomorrow, guess what? I'm a motherfucking web designer. You know what I mean? Then I go get clients. Like that's it. I'm a web designer. Um, I wonder if, huh? Do you think? I'm gonna do a poll on this. Oh, but I know I want to do two polls then. Okay, I'll figure out how to ask you both of these. But I'm really curious. I want to know if you think that people who are self-employed or choose entrepreneurship, whatever the wave is, right? Self-employed, freelancer, side, whatever. Do you think that those people, the me's of the world, are the ones with control issues? We lack well, again, and trust issues, or is it vice versa? You know, is it the people who want the quote unquote stability that comes with having a full time job? Are they the ones that actually have control issues because they want to know, again, how much money is coming in at any given moment? What are my hours? What are this? So that they have, I guess I can see how it's freeing as well, right? If you have a career where you can log off at the end of the day. I'm really torn, honestly. Oh, but another reason to have trust issues, I feel, is that I don't know if you've heard, but Flexport, I don't know what Flexport is, to be honest. Let's actually see real quick because I've never heard of them. Apparently, I want to say they're tech vibes. Let's see, Flexport. Flexport is all right, a global logistics company is an American multinational corporation that focuses on supply chain management and logistics. Blah, blah, blah. Okay. Those were a lot of words. So it's a supply chain logistics platform. Cool. Anyway, Flexport, who apparently recently fired their CEO, and so now they have a new CEO who I think started last week. Yeah, this article is from September 8th. I found out from Twitter, per usual. Oh no, actually I found out from TikTok. The Business Insider article is Flexport CEO says he's rescinding job offer letters for candidates joining as soon as Monday. Now, mind you, this is the 8th, so this is last Friday. I have no idea why more than 75 people were signed to join. So basically, the CEO, again, they had an old CEO. He was fired. This guy starts and he immediately decides that these 75 or more people are absolutely not joining the company. They're supposed to join the company on Monday, the following Monday. So they've quit their jobs. They're probably done with their jobs. And so basically the recruiters then had to go back to them and say, hey, JK, your offer letter has been rescinded. And it sucks because it's usually the standard that you never tell your employer that you got a new job until you get the offer letter. Well, now, when are you safe? When are you safe? If now they're going to resend the offer letter. So honestly, I saw this last week, not to mention there's just such an overwhelming amount of content that I see anyway about people who are unemployed, who have been looking for jobs for like 4 months, 7 months. Now, again, also, I'm a firm believer that I personally can't relate because that's their experience and that has nothing to do with me. I've never struggled to find a job in my life. I've always been known for having great jobs, but that's because I'm also impatient and I go into it knowing what I want, right? So I don't believe in taking everyone's reality as your reality, but it also just from like as an economics major, someone who just loves watching these things and like learning about the job market and the labor force or whatever. It's so interesting. It just seems like it's it seems hard to find a job that you love and that you can trust. But then at the same time, they talk about September surge and how this is the perfect time to be applying for jobs, actually. But then also, shout out to Emily. I have a client who is a leadership coach, and she says that actually January is the time to go hard with your job applications because that's when a lot of openings pop up. I genuinely, all this to say, I don't know. What I do know is I have trust issues. I can't imagine a world where I would trust someone or an entity enough to work for them full time and be responsible for the majority of my income. I'm going to put some polls and some questions in the comments. If you're watching this on Spotify or listening on Spotify, please let me know what you think. I'll report back. The next podcast will be about the September surge, and I'll share some things that I found just in case you are in the market and you want to apply for some jobs and you want to get that bank. Apparently, September surge is like when you get the most money. I think that's the whole thing, is like when it's the easiest to get a 6-figure offer. I could be wrong. I'll do my research and I'll report back. Until then, stay kind.